Hello, this is John Squared. Today we will be reviewing the Sony WH-1000XM3. We will also put it against Bose QC35ii, a comparable noise-cancelling headphone, to see which noise-cancelling flagship headphone is better. The WH-1000XM3 is the third iteration of Sony's noise-cancelling headphones, with claimed improvements to both sound and noise cancelling. QC35ii is the flagship noise-cancelling headphone from Bose's Quiet Control brand. Although QC35ii was released more than a year ago, we thought it was adequate to compare the two, as both are priced at $350 USD and are flagship noise-cancelling headphones. First off, a disclaimer. Sound is a very subjective thing, so your preference of sound may vary from mine. Also, the effectiveness of either noise-cancelling system may vary depending on the shape of your head, your earlobes, your ear canals, etc. Therefore, we recommend you not solely base your purchasing decision on our review and try them for yourselves. Let's take a look at the headphones. The Sony has a plastic construction and the headband and ear cups are padded with plastic leather. Similarly, the Bose features a glittery plastic finish. The ear pads on the Bose are also plastic leather, but the headband is padded with soft velour. In terms of usability, both have its strengths and weaknesses. When it comes to weight, the headphones are about the same. For the headband, the Sony features a more curved headband, distributing the pressure on your head more equally. However, it has more clamping force, creating more pressure around the ears. But the clamping is not as severe as previous generations and is now quite similar to the QC35ii. The Bose's drivers are angled forward, which would benefit those with especially large and protruding earlobes. The QC35's ear cups are thinner, so when you wear them, they don't stick out of your head as much. The Sony and the Bose both have rotating ear cups. The Sony rotates backwards and the Bose forwards. Now we will compare their noise-cancelling capabilities. We use both pink noise and actual outside noise obtained with the usage of an ear mic. We will let you listen to the actual sound as we represent the data. We tested the noise-cancelling systems in 4 different scenarios: subway, bus, indoor noise, and roadside. We also have a pink noise measurement with forward speakers for data integrity. To sum the noise-cancelling performance up, Bose's NC is good, but Sony's is simply jaw-dropping. First, we'll take a look at the pink noise measurements. In terms of passive isolation, the Sony is marginally better across the board, particularly in 500 to 1 kHz range and the highs. This is due to the larger clamping force and thicker ear pads. With active noise cancelling, the Sony actually gets slightly worse in the 700 to 1.5 kHz range. This anomaly did not occur in real-life testing, so it appears to be a problem limited to pink noise, and also speaker placement. Bose does have a similar issue, again limited to the pink noise test. Comparing the active noise cancelling performance of the two, the Sony has clearly better noise cancelling in the mid-lows. There is an above 5 dB difference in 250 to 500 Hz range, and a whopping 10 dB plus of difference between 60 and 150 Hz. Of course, due to the speaker placement and pink noise measurements not being entirely reflective of real life, we will also show you real-life tests. In real-life tests in the bus, Sony, due to the better bass isolation, is much more effective in cancelling out engine noise. In the subway, Sony is still better, albeit to a lesser degree. Wind noise in tunnels and wheel screeching in curves were both less felt with the Sonys. In the street, as you can see how it goes, Sony also wins. It creates a sense of calm and serenity by cancelling out much of mid to low noise. In indoor situations where there are a lot of people talking, escalators, HVAC systems, both are great at muffling high-frequency noises, but Sony is still noticeably better at reducing the brouhaha in the low areas, as WH-1000XM3 seems to have superior noise cancelling no matter what the situation is. Get the WH-1000XM3 if noise cancelling is a top priority. Now, before assessing the sound quality, we need to first talk about Bose's loudness equalization function. This feature is based on the equal loudness contour, which says that human ears have different sensitivity to highs, mids, and lows depending on how loud the sound is. To account for the loss in sensitivity, Bose boosts highs a little bit and bass quite a bit as you lower the volume. The problem with this feature is that it does not account for the actual loudness of the music, but it only accounts the volume of the headphones. Due to this, it makes for a very inconsistent experience depending on the music gain level, system gain level, and headphone gain level. And for people like me who don't listen to music very loudly and indoor situations, the bass boost at low volumes is significant, completely drowning out other sounds and making vocals sound very dark. One thing that may be causing me to feel this way is that I listen to many different songs on multiple headphones and is accustomed to bass fall off at lower volumes. This may be the reason why I'm not liking this feature, and others might certainly find this helpful. Nevertheless, as it cannot be turned off or on, it is certainly a problem. The Sony is free from this issue, featuring consistent sound regardless of volume. Before showing you the graphs shown here are from the ear microphone. Due to individual differences in HRTF, the graphs do not accurately reflect how the headphones sound. As such, it will only be used to compare the two headphones and have no value as standalone measurements. Out of the box, both headphones have boosted bass, muted mids, and slightly sparkly highs. The Bose sounds darker as the bass boost starts at 1 kHz, and the boost is more emphasized by the loudness EQ. The Sony's boost begins at a much lower frequency. The mid-range on both headphones is normal if a bit recessed. Bose has more emphasis on the treble out in the box, leading to a brighter and a clearer sound with loudness control at minimum. However, WH-1000XM3 sound can be modified with Sony Headphones app. It is not as class-leading as Jaybird's offering, but still features a respectable 5-band EQ and bass control. Personally, as I prefer brighter sound, I turn down the bass and raise the treble. And with my setting, the sound becomes brighter than the QC35ii to a diffuse field-like sound. These equalizer and DSP settings are stored on the headphones themselves, and once you set them, you don't need the app for the EQ or DSP anymore. If you need to play rhythm games or need low latency, Both headphones can be used wired with zero latency. You can still use noise cancelling on both of the headphones, but the EQ on the Sony turns off. Both headphones have complementary apps. The QC35 uses Bose Connect and 1000XM3 uses Sony headphones. They both have basic features like displaying battery and what's now playing, adjusting noise cancelling levels. Sony does offer more extensive customization, offering 20 levels of noise cancelling, an option to let only voice in, and DSP options such as surround sound, soundstage, and equalizer settings. Bose Connect does allow you to manage connections between multiple devices. QC35 also offers compatibility with more voice assistants like Bixby and Alexa, while WH-1000XM3 only works with Google Assistant. In terms of control, the Bose features physical controls. The left ear cup has noise cancelling level selector. The power switch, volume controls, and multifunction button is on the right for play pause, skipping tracks, and the usual. Sony has a power button and noise cancelling on-off button on the left ear cup. The right ear cup is a touchpad. You can tap to play pause, swipe up down to control volume, and left right to skip tracks. Covering up the pad initiates ambience mode, which is very useful as it reduces the music volume and plays the outside sound through the noise cancelling microphone to gain awareness of the situation. The Bose does not have this feature, which is a bit sad considering its usefulness, and that its earphone QC30 models do have this option. Lastly, the battery life. They both have excellent battery life, with Bose claiming 20 hours and Sony 35 hours. They easily last me more than a day of heavy usage, and both offer quick charging, so we never had any issues with battery while using them. In conclusion, if you prefer physical controls, use Alexa or Bixby with your headphones, do not like headphones clamping on the ears, the QC35ii would be a better choice. However, the superior noise cancelling, highly customizable sound, and a plethora of other useful features like ambient mode makes the 1000XM3 hard to beat. It is arguably, in my opinion, the more practical of the two, and we believe not many will be dissatisfied with its stellar performance. This was John Squared, and thank you for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing if you found this video useful.